up for Brent Goodman, everybody. Brent Goodman.
So I had a lot of guys in the audience like my jokes here last week, but a lot of girls were kind of not into it, so I had to shorten my jokes for them. And then they said they weren't going to go off my jokes anymore because if they wear heels to the club, they hover over it and they just don't date short jokes. No? Okay. I just finished up online dating, and that was one of the first things the girls say in the profile in real life is that you have to make a certain amount of money. What half of them say? The other half say, if you're short, don't even fucking bother talking to me. They don't use that word, but that's what they're basically saying. That's really boring, I guess. I don't know. I did go on one date with one girl online, and it was the most expensive date I have ever been on. It only lasted 1 hour. I won't be seeing her anymore again. It's just too expensive for me to date girls like that. In real life, though, I hit on a girl like 4 years ago I was totally infatuated with. It was a supermodel, of course, if it's me. And I made the mistake of realizing now that I should have hit on her friend the whole time. You ever have that where you hit on some girl you have no chance with just anyways, and then you realize, oh man, of course I should have hit on her best friend, but now you blew it with the original girl who hates your guts. You don't have any chance with a friend who hates your guts either. No? In real life, I do hit on supermodels, so that's something you come across quite a bit. You know you got a really hot chick if she's flipping off the camera on Facebook and every other picture. Am I the only one that notices that pattern? You've seen that before, right? Yeah. If they're really hot, if they're that kind of immature, like, first, 7th grade, class picture, or they get kicked out of the school for, class picture day, they flip off the camera. If they're still doing that at age 27, 28, then they're really hot. I noticed that pattern. I was like, that's the girls I'm going to go for. I haven't been around any horses this last week, but I'm looking forward to that. Actually, a lot of hot girls don't like it when you go to the bar. It's real life. And you ask them, you just assume that they're expecting you to get into their panties or something. It's like, no. Once you find out they own a horse, and I can't afford horse riding lessons right now, the first thing I want to do is say, okay, what about when you're out of town, you have to visit your family in Marin or Mount Carmel or whatever. Would I be able to overlook, can I take care of your horse and groom it and, muck the stables? And then they'd rather go home with some guy just to fuck rather than have you take care of the horse. But it's like, you don't even find her interesting. I only go for women less intelligent than me. I can be friends with an intelligent girl like the library bookstore, the old lady that works there to price up the books. I can make tons of friends that are intellectual equivalents. But when I'm attracted to women, I like to, not caveman stupid, where the knuckles are dragging the ground, but I just don't like it when I like it more like Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz, where they don't have a brain, so that I won't be intimidated. And then they're very childlike. So I can have the grandmas that my grandma, who I love very much, is dead, so she's very intelligent. She used to be a former teacher, so I can replace that. But in real life, if they're flipping off the camera and then blasting me for noticing that they are beautiful after putting on their makeup for the last 8 hours, that's the ones I go for, because they have something missing in them. And every comedian up here has something missing, otherwise they wouldn't be up on stage in the first place. So that's, when I tell them that bikini models and comedians have a lot in common, just that we're the ugly versions of them, it doesn't really work. But I'm just speaking the truth, and that same truth that gets them to come to my website once a week, which is also not a joke, even though it sounds like one. All right, thanks guys. This is Brent Goodman.